and welcome to Little Sue, and welcome to Christmas in July. Now, I'm not entirely sure what day I'm on because I know how I've missed videos. Basically, I filmed a couple of videos before I went on holiday, the last one being the day before I actually went down to Manchester. And when I came back, not that long ago, I have had washings. Came back on the 3rd, 3rd, not even sure what day I came back. But obviously, had to get all the washing done, and I knew I had videos set for then. And then I was back at work, and wasn't that I forgot about this, but by the time I got home from work, I was absolutely knackered and fell asleep. So, not sure how many videos I missed, so I do apologise for this. I am so sorry. So this is Christmas in July, whatever day I'm on, not sure. But this is Simply Cards and Papercraft, and it is issue 183. And it was this beautiful die set here. Now, I absolutely love this die and stamp set. I'm not sure if it was part of my Christmas in July before, but what I used to do is I have this gorgeous Card Making Magic embossing folder, and it's just the outline, and it's the holly with the holly berries, and it is just the border of it. And I'd do that, and then in the middle I would stamp this one right here, and I'd use red, and I'd use, what was it, red, and it's sort of like a gold. That's what it was. It was gold, but because the gold was drying out, it stamped on the red really nicely. So that's what I used to do, but this time I tried to use just what was here. Not that it worked, by the way, because I ended up pulling stuff from my stash. I pulled out some dies and this snowflake embossing folder because it works with snowflake bauble perfectly. And I pulled out these shaped dies just to give us a pattern on the card. Now, I think I got this one off of Sam the Scottish Crafter in our D stash, so I don't know what it is, but it's a really nice scalloped edge. And then I do have this set here, which is Spellbinders, I think, and lovely edging as well, but I didn't have one big enough for the bigger bauble, which is why I went to this one. So I have pre-made all the cards just because I knew I was running late. I wanted to get this video done. I wanted to get the cards finished. So I did take this on holiday with me. The stamps, I took all the stamp sets. I took my stamping platform, and I took my Ranger, what is it, Ranger Archival inks I took with me as well. I did take quite a lot of my Christmas stamps, and I've stamped them all out. Now, I have been spending, I did spend a day colouring a couple of the images in of the other ones, but obviously that's another card. So, let's see what I made. So this is one of the first ones. Now, this one, I used the two different types of green that I had in my Ranger, a light green and the darker green. I absolutely love how this has turned out. I don't know, it just screams Christmas to me. So I did red, blue and green for these ones. So this was my green one. Now I have stamped it quite a few times. Just bring this in. So I've got some plain, got I've got another set of the stamped green with the words inside of it. I've got the blue, I think I've got 2, and then I've got some more of my red, as well as these little ones here as well. So these are to make up some more cards, which I will be doing much later on. So as you can see, this is where the embossing folder I thought worked really, really well with this one. I love how the embossing folders turned out on it. And I have used a big white bow on, well, it's an off-white bow, to match the pearlescent card I've used around the outside. The second one is the same as this one, except I've used the blue sort of mirror card, and then I've used the pearlescent white, and I've also die cut it with the same shape, and then I've run the pearlescent card through the embossing folder. I've used one of the little bows, and I think this was a WizKids bows. It was like blue and pink pack, and I thought the blue worked really well, especially with this card. And then I did add a little gem. You always have to have a little gem. So that was my second one. My third one, I went slightly different with this one. Now, because you get the dies that are technically supposed to be the outlines for the stamp, but they do not match. And I remember doing this when I first got it. I tried stamping the image and then die cutting it, and then I tried die cutting it first and then stamping the image onto that. It doesn't fit. They do not match up at all. So I did have to cut, I don't know if you can see there where the white edging is, and then obviously you can just make out there down the bottom, that is the edge of the die that increased in it. But this one I used a nice big red polka dot bow. I've used this sort of holographic red card, which I absolutely love. I have added some dimension to this one. So I die cut 2, and obviously this is the pearlescent, but I've actually used the reverse of the embossing folder. So I think this is emboss and this is the deboss section side of it, should I say. And I absolutely love how they have turned out so differently just using the reverse of the embossing folder. I don't know, I really like both of them, but this one's sort of my favourite. And I just love the big massive bow. I couldn't help myself. But I thought the bows are working really, really well with these sets. And I did take the inspiration from the fact that they have added big bows onto these ones as well. The last one was using the tiny little one, because I did want to do a little one as well. So this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, because I cut down a 4x4 card just so as this didn't have so much white on it, because I didn't like the amount of white. But it's simply because I couldn't get the sizing of these nesting dies. I couldn't quite work out what sizing I was supposed to be going with. So I did cut the card down just to fit it a wee bit better. And then I have used this tiny little, it's really thin ribbon, and then there's a little flower with a gem in the middle as well. I thought it makes it look a wee bit better than just having it plain. But as you can see, it's the same mirror as I've used on, well, holographic card I've used on that one as well. So that is my 4 cards that I have made for today. So I hope you like it. And I am going to go back and play with these with the embossing folder as well, because I do really like this deboss side and I like how this one's turned out. So I'm thinking I could maybe do a red version of this one with a smaller bauble, or even a blue version. That might look nice as well. Actually, it'd look nice with all of them, because I do have quite a lot of these to play with. Now, the plain ones, what I'm thinking is there is this little centre bit here, and what I was thinking is cutting this out of whatever colour I'm going to be using, and then using my heat embossing powder. So I do have some white here, wow, white, and I do have some silver. So I'm going to be using them to do and see how it works on the holographic, the mirror card, and all the different textures of pearlescent. See how that turns out and maybe get some of them done as well. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry that I have missed a day or two. I really didn't mean to. Just kind of got away from me, going on holiday and then coming back and not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing straight away, which is stupid. But then work. You don't think about work most of the time. So my videos will be a wee bit all over the place and might not be up every single day now, simply because I am back at work. I am working 4 days this week and 2 days next week, so hopefully next week will be a wee bit better than this week. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you all again in the next video for another Christmas in July using these magazines and the gifts with them. Bye for now.